What's an abominable snow beast to do? These frozen wastes are so quiet this time of year. Those hikers I came across the other day were being so dramatic. I was just trying to warn them about that dangerous area they were heading towards. But no, of course they ran off screaming. They can never handle a hunk like me anyway. It's just a shame. They went off in the direction of the Dyatlov Pass. Oh well, you can't warn them all, I guess. I'm sure nothing bad will happen to them. They did seem quite capable after all. Anyway, I should probably go and find some trees to knock on for no other reason than to mess with the Yeti documentary crew. The look on their faces when they catch a quick glimpse of me is priceless. They can never get their cameras ready in time anyway. And what then? They'll say that they're more convinced than ever of my existence. But who's gonna believe them? Humans are so easy to play with. Oh? What's that? Someone nearby? Hopefully a clumsy little human. I just love to have some company, especially in these months. Let's just have a look over this hill. I think that sound came from over there. Oh my, would you look at that? What a cute little creature that is. What's a cute human like you doing out here all alone? She looks lost. Maybe she's part of the camera crew. Perfect. I think you deserve a first-hand witness account of my existence, dear. You won't even know what hit you. I just need to throw a distraction and then sneak up behind you. You look so good thrown over my shoulder. I just know it. I know you're already on edge with all those rumors spreading around, my dear. I do apologize in advance if what I'm about to do causes you a bit of fright, but trust me, I mean you no harm. I just need a cutie like you to be all mine. This rock should do nicely. Just a quick throw to get you looking the other way. Perfect. Now I can come up for the snatch. Ready or not, darling? Ha! Gotcha. Oh, quit your screaming. Isn't this what you came all the way out here to see in the first place? I guess my hand will just have to be your gag for a while. It's not like screaming will do you much good where we're going anyway. I'd recommend calming yourself, sweetie. I don't want to hurt you. I'm merely doing the same investigative work as you. But my study is on you humans. I figure it's only fair. After all, you and that pesky camera crew of yours keep intruding on my territory. What's the matter? Not so brave when you get snatched off your feet, huh? Now are you going to be good so I can take my hand off your mouth? Seriously, your breath is making my hand all slimy feeling. I'll take that head nod as confirmation. Now please, you can talk to me like normal, you know. So nice to actually hear your voice, darling. I much prefer it to your scream. Now, would you mind telling me just what you were doing wandering around outside my den? Oh, so you were trying to find out who Joe is. A likely story. I'm not buying it. I think you were trying to sneak into my den and peep on me. How rude. Is that how all you humans act? You're lucky I'm feeling particularly lonely this time of year. For that reason, I've decided to take you in. That's right. You're going to be all mine for a while. Isn't that what you wanted? You're able to get up close and personal with me. Isn't that any Yeti researcher's dream? That's what I thought. So why not just take the time and enjoy it? This is quite a rare opportunity, darling. Might as well make the most of this little situation you find yourself in. I know I'm going to make sure this time I have with you is wonderful. You don't have a choice either way, so I'm forcing you to have a nice time, dear. Think of this as a little break from the stress that comes from running your silly little documentary. Oh, you seriously think that anyone will believe you after you told them that you got abducted by a Yeti and taken into his den and cuddled? I'm not worried about you trying to expose me, darling. It's cute that you think you could in the first place. Now come on, surely you've had enough of being difficult for the time being. How about you just relax into my warm arms? I promise no harm is going to come to you as long as you're with me. Ah, that's it. Don't try and fight it anymore. You know this is what you've always wanted. To be taken care of by one of your studied creatures. You can act as tough as you want, but at the end of the day, your soft side is still going to show itself eventually. I found that out firsthand, and I think it's only going to prove itself the longer we're together. It wasn't even that hard to break your little barrier you put up. It was quite adorable, though. Just seeing you try and act like a big bad monster hunter. But look who's being carried away. Are you cold, my dear? I didn't mean to keep you out for so long. We'll be arriving back in my den shortly. I just had to make a quick detour because of all that screaming you did. Don't worry about it now, darling. I can't blame you for your natural reaction. Just try and refrain next time, Anyway, I can give you some of the proper heat you need when we get back home. I know it's probably been a while since you last had the touch of a warm cryptid against you, especially when you've been out in these frozen lands for so long trying to catch proof of me. I'd be willing to bet this isn't exactly what you pictured when you came out here, but that's a good thing, right? Life is full of surprises. Sometimes it's best to just go with whatever random sequence of events occurs. At least, that's the way I think. Well, we're here, darling. Welcome to my den. I hope you don't find the cavernous exterior unsettling. Now come along. I don't need you freezing to death. Seriously, I've seen way too many decent humans fall victim to these lands. What? Did you think I was some sort of Neanderthal? Of course I have a well-appointed cave. Do you want the Wi-Fi password? How else did you think I knew your little camera crew was coming? Leave it to a human to think that they're the most advanced species. There's so much more for you to learn, my dear. Anyone can claim to be a cryptid researcher, but it takes a truly exceptional one to get this close and personal with a real-life subject. I'm talking about myself, of course. I've been trying to track down another suitable human for quite a while now. Your kind is exceptionally hard to come by out here. Most of the time, that's all right. But right now, I'm craving some companionship. So here's what's gonna happen. You're gonna get nice and close to me, and I'm going to pull you in tight. Seeing you blush like that is just adorable. With how serious you were acting earlier, it's so nice to see your true colors once again. How I adore that personality of yours. Watching you constantly try and suppress how you really feel, you know it's a futile exercise. Just let go, darling. It's for your own benefit. Think about how much better you'll feel if you just give in to that deep desire of yours. Look at me, darling. See? Told you so. What's the matter? You look stunned. Here, maybe I can help you come to your senses. That or this is just going to fluster you even more. How's that for you? So, that was all it took to unstunlock you. My lips weren't that cold, were they? Ah, that's a relief. I guess you never quite expected to be kissed like that by the very creature you were studying. But don't worry. I knew you had your eye on me this whole time. It was the least I could do to make your little fantasy come true. Now, just what else can I do for you? I want my dear guest to feel right at home here. What kind of abominable snow cryptid would I be if not courteous? Oh, it's all right, dear. You can tell me. Don't be shy now. I'm sure whatever it is can be arranged. You're asking me to lay down behind you? A not-so-subtle way of wanting to spoon, I don't know. That seems kinda... Of course, my dear. I just wanted to see that cute little look on your face for a brief second. Lay down on the bed, dear. I just love to take care of you. Good girl. Now, how's this? How does my warm body feel up against you? I have to be much warmer than a human to survive out here in these temperatures. I can most certainly lend you some of that heat. How nice it is to cuddle with a human like this. I know you might not have originally planned for this little detour, but I must say, I am quite glad to have found you out here. Maybe this was meant to happen all along. Either way, thank you, darling. I've been in desperate need of some company lately. I couldn't ask for a better guest than you. Now just lean back into me and forget about all your worries. You don't need to be stressing yourself right now. Just focus on my arms wrapping around you, sweetie. Jeff the Killer will be real in 38 minutes. You have been warned. I'll take that head nod as confirmation. I'll take that head nod as confirmation. I'll take that head nod as confirmation? Why can't I say it? Why am I saying it so weird? Why am I saying confirmation so weird?